as we see posts that others post, take parts of it and make it your own. Make it your own voice and your however, don't just copy and paste, but make it your own. That's really great. Thanks for sharing, Mike. All right, here we go. Who does anybody else have something they want to share?
Well, I wanted to add that to Michael because he does these great posts. So then I translate them to Spanish. So being here today, I posted and I got response, but not like the ones that you mentioned. And I'm going to post it again because that's the success and it's the consistency. I have a win today, and it's from the cold market, and it involves like how your passion in being the way that you are. I'm waiting online, and there's a consultant that doesn't know that I'm two people behind her, and I tell the person in front of me, listen, please let me hide behind you, and I'm just going to be telling her name, and I'm going to be hiding behind you. The end of that story is that that gentleman said, oh, you're awesome. I wish there would be more people like you. And I said, oh, that's so great because we both share the same passion. We just plant seeds of hope in other people because there is a better way in regards to your lifestyle and your health. And he says, oh, how about that? What is it? And this is all in Spanish. And I didn't mention anything about the science nor anything. I just said, well, the biggest breakthrough, we're a publicly traded company, and our biggest breakthrough has taken us to levels that even, has changed the economy. So then he says, but what is it? And I said, I can only tell you that science has proven that the oxidative stress of an 80-year-old is the same way as the oxidative stress of a 20-year-old in Spanish terms. So I'm going to explain it to you in English. And he says, I'm really interested on that. So then I said, oh, really? Do you have any health concerns? And he says, I am diabetic. So then I took out my phone and I just went straight to my file in GLP-1. And I showed post in Spanish that I have done. And he says, could you send me that information? I want to take a look at it now. And then he says, how can I find you in Instagram and in Facebook? And then I went like this in my phone. And this is not even sharing. And then he took a picture of it. And we're texting right now. And he said, I already looked at the information. And it's through the Rapid Funnel in Spanish because I do it in the personal side. So to me, that's a win.
That is a huge win, and it's a reminder too that our Rapid Funnel works like a link tree. So you can attach your Facebook, you can attach your Instagram, your linked, your the business one. Why am I forgetting the business one? You know what I'm talking about with the business LinkedIn. I couldn't get it in my head. And and your TikTok and all those things. And it's so awesome that we have this tool right in our hands to use all the time. That's such awesome. Florence, I bet people are blessed by you all the time. I just love your joy and your energy. Yay. Well,
I have a win too, but it's going to be a silly win probably to a lot of people. It might not sound like a win, but I signed a lot of people up for the GLP-1, I think 36, something like that. And just trying to keep them all going the 3 months because so many of them, they did it for weight loss and they haven't lost their weight. And so they're like, I don't think this stuff works, and so just sending message after message. And so I feel I only have one that stops. So I feel that's a big win to me just because they're all, I haven't gotten anybody new, nothing this month, but just holding on to them makes me feel good.
That is so awesome. And holding on to our GLP-1 customers is amazing. And that comes in keeping in constant contact with them, checking in on how they're doing, if they have concerns, if they do run out of product, like giving them suggestions and ways to help them through those pieces. That you're right, Beverly, I see retention is everything. And to have 36 new customers and have one jump off, but you know what? That one will probably come back. That's what I've found. Most of my customers that have been on the products for any period of time that pause and don't end up, they stop or cancel altogether, they eventually come back. And matter of fact, I had one of those today that I got the notice that their order is dropping soon. So, you know, that just happens a lot because we're positive people sharing our positive experience, sharing what's happening with us, what's, you know, how it's working for us. And some of us aren't losing weight like the others. Like it works out perfectly for me because Ryan's losing a ton of weight and I actually gained weight, but now I'm like settling out. I can feel it working. I know the science and I trust it. So that's where I'm going on that. So awesome. Thanks so much for sharing, Susie. Does anybody else have something they want to share tonight?
I do. The owner signed up, my groomer wants to sign up, and the gal at the post office. So I had an intention to sign up 20, and I always hear y'all say double it. So going for 40, and I have 13 wanting to sign up. Some of them want to sign up after January, but they still want to sign up. And also, I'm helping 4 dogs now. Thank you.
Ah, that's excellent. That's excellent. All right. Any other quick shares real quick? I do have to jump off probably close to 6:30-ish because I have to pick up my daughter. Anybody else have a share? Okay. All right. Well, I wanted to remind you guys that in our CEO, Facebook page, we have files in there. And in those files are some of the things like a proven plan. I also have this daily method of operations. And I get myself so caught up in what's happening around here that sometimes I just lose track of where I'm at. And so when Ryan wasn't well today and I figured, well, I'm going to do the training, I'm going to just share what I'm doing right now to help myself kind of deal with all the holidays, deal with life happening here at our household, and just some different things that we oftentimes forget in what we're doing. So I don't know. I posted that goal digger lady training in the CEO Facebook page in the CEO Facebook Messenger. I don't know if any of you saw it, but it was really good. And it was a good refresher for me to remind us how we can use Facebook stories, Messenger, and different things where we can just engage. So it's something as simple as sending out birthday wishes to all the people that you know that have birthdays, sending them in Messenger. If you can send them in Messenger, even if you could send a little song or send a note, because as soon as you make a mention in Messenger, all of a sudden your post starts showing in their feed, right? So that is important because you want to do this to non-LifeVantage people so that other people can see your feed, because there's a lot of people that don't just target and look for Facebook posts. So I go to people that I haven't had conversations with. I go to people that it's their birthday or they've posted about something. I take it right to Messenger. The other thing that I'm doing more often too is engaging on stories, because as soon as you engage on a story, message or comment on a story, that goes right into their Messenger. And then guess what those people are seeing? They're seeing your Facebook post, your stories, and all those things. So I try to keep a story active all the time. I've been trying to keep up with my posts by I was doing like 2 in 1. I do 2 personal posts mixed in with the business post. If I can't do if I can't do that in a day, then I try to do a personal post for sure, and then slide in a kind of a personal product kind of post in there. But those are just ways to get people's eyes on you. The other thing I do is, because the algorithms change constantly and I can't figure out how the same people keep seeing my post and not the people that I want to see my post. So what I do is I go through my Facebook friends I scroll through there and I look for people that I haven't talked to, that haven't engaged on my post in a while. And I go to their post and then I have comments on their post, looking at what they're doing, how they're doing. And then I respond to different things in there. If they haven't posted in a while, then I go to Messenger and I'm like, hey, checking in. Are you doing okay? And that usually springs on a whole conversation. And you usually find out, well, no, they aren't okay. So that happens a lot where I just have people that end up starting a conversation and then all of a sudden they're seeing my post again. So there's just some different ways to just kind of fire up the activity in our Facebook pages and in our Instagram. I do know that I eventually want to make my Instagram more business-like, but for right now, I can't I won't use the word I can't, but it's hard for me to do a post on Facebook and then do a separate post on Instagram at this point. But that's going to be my goal, to have more of a professional Instagram look. So some of these other things is doing our personal development, because I know what happens to me when I work this every single day. I have a confidence that is just it's unbreakable. It's just a strong confidence that I have. But when I have times that pull me away, that's when that little voice goes in your head telling you that nobody wants to hear what you have to say, telling you that nobody cares, telling you you can't grow this business, all these different things, you name it. I'm sure everybody has these. So another reminder is in our rapid funnel, we have all those neuro tools that Seth purchased for us, that we have access to anytime we want. And those are right in our app. Just doing mindset training. For me, my mindset in the morning is my Bible. I spend a lot of time in my Bible, just getting myself centered there. Other people might have a different book that they read or that helps them, but just spending like 15 minutes on your personal self, and then another 15 minutes on network marketing, because that's the other thing that we are network marketers, and we need to stay fresh and we need to look for different ways to share. So this goal digger that I started, I was following her, and then that Tracy apparently grew her business through the goal digger. So what I really appreciated about the goal digger is that she actually did a training that was actual training and not looking for money. I find like with Eric Worre or any of those others, they only give you like a outline of what they want you to see, and then they want you to purchase different things. So I've gotten a ton of different stuff from Goal Digger for free, and it's quality stuff that I haven't accessed before. Cheryl, are you familiar with the Goal Digger? Yeah,
Yes,
I just really
I'm in
like.
a lot of her groups. I'm in her, what they call the vault. And when you purchase the vault, you get a lot of free stuff.
Mhm.
So you're paying all that money, but all year long, you're getting new programs, and like that story one. She even offers it to the public for free. And
Yes.
her stuff is amazing.
It is. It's just good. And we just have to stay fresh. It's good that we have these twice a week, that we can all get on here and talk about things that are working for us and different things. But we just have to have different resources where we're feeding ourselves. Yes, Vivian, I will find that link and I will send it I'll send it in CEO, in the CEO chat. Again, just to remind folks about that. I was looking, because for me, I work better with a checklist. Like if I can just sit and have the time to focus, like doing a daily mode of operation and just having things that I can check off. So it says personal development, and then 1 to 2 posts daily to be visible. Wish all friends a happy birthday, 3 to 5 new conversations via message, which is so easy to do when you sit and make yourself do it. And the other thing is Facebook groups. We're all in Facebook groups where I'm active in an ECMO group now. These people are suffering so hugely, and we have things that can help them. So I can be in there sharing our story and sharing what's helped us. And I've gotten people offline that are talking with us, like for Valley Fever. my Valley Fever group. From years of being in those groups, people reach out to me and ask me about and they become customers. So just being in different Facebook groups, whatever your passion is, whether it's photography, whether it doesn't have to be an illness, not everybody's in our boat where we've had all of this unfortunate that has allowed us to bless others, but just even a hiking group, a singles group, whatever it is, just get on there and shine your light. Like, we have so much to share in how we feel and how we can do more that we weren't able to do. So those are some different things. We all know this, but comment on every single comment that people make on your page. And then the other thing, why am I Marjorie Ham? I couldn't get her name in my head for it, but Marjorie Ham has gotten herself a ton of customers just from tagging somebody on her post. So now when I want my sister, like, I'll tag my sister on a post, and then I have all of her friends commenting on my post. So then I respond to all of her friends and just engage with them, like, oh, that's funny that you said that. I was going to do this, but I do more than just a comment. I do I really type like I talk. So, so it's really a conversation that I start in there. So those are just different ways. Like, when you're doing something, like tonight, I had the perfect opportunity, and I was so mad at myself. I was trying to make dinner. I had a friend at the door that didn't want to come in the house because I don't blame her right now. So I was working on dinner in the Instant Pot. And the Instant Pot, I came back in to grab something for her, and the Instant Pot was blowing up all over the kitchen. What I should have done was grab my phone, taken a video of the explosion before I fixed it, right? But I can still tell the story. It's just sharing our stuff, sharing all of our stuff, sharing our health journeys, sharing our real life stories. And there's different things. And then that's what that the goal digger had said too, which we hear all the time. Identify who your audience is, who your people are, because you can't, what did she say? You can't, if you're serving everyone, you're serving no one. And so I can sometimes find that I'm just so trying to just roll something out there to get it out there. And then posting something that really is irrelevant to the people that I'm targeting. So those are just some things that I just wanted to share. And just thinking about going back to basics, going back to the checklist. Like, when some of you have been on the power hours that we have in the morning, where we have everything divided out, like into time sessions where you just do all these things. And it's just so helpful to keep our business going, and even in our chaos, to have something structured. So I don't know, does anybody find this helpful tonight? Is anybody else like sitting in a storm of you don't know what? Good. That's what I was just like, I just felt like I need to do this myself, so maybe somebody else needs to hear
Are
that
those
too.
sheets, Melanie, in the resources and in the back of the Rapid Funnel?
Oh, that's a good question, because let me look on that, because he did start putting forms in that Rapid Funnel. I know this is on the Facebook page. Oh, and that's the other thing that Vandy's doing an amazing job too. I'm going to look and see if I see those forms in there. And if these forms aren't in here, I don't even know where I got the second page of this other one, but it's a good one. If you want to move faster, you can do some of these faster. So I'll put these in the group. I don't know where this one came from. I have it in my CEO file, so it must have come through one of the trainings that we did. But then there's also this proven plan from there. So I'll look and see if they're in Rapid Funnel. And then if not, they're in the file tabs of the CEO, but I'll put them in the chat too, along with the goal digger training too. But the other thing, I don't know how many of you are in Proactive Health. That's where our funnel is going to go now. Like, when our customers click, that's the Facebook group that it's going to bring them to, is Proactive Health.
That's a good one. I like that one.
It's excellent. So we want to engage in there. I need to do better about it myself, just engaging in there, making a presence. So your people that you're adding in there see that you're in there and you're adding value. But then Vandy is doing an amazing job on our CEO. Do you want to jump in and say what you're doing with the CEO? Welcoming people is huge.
So yeah, that's actually a scheduled thing that Facebook started offering. So I did it in another group and I was like, this would be great for CEO. So just every Friday, I think it is, it tags and welcomes everybody by name. So if you add somebody in there, we ought to do that in the proactive group too, Melanie. Remind me, I'll text Angie. So
She
when
does it.
Oh, does she do it? Perfect.
Mhm.
So when your person you add gets tagged there, go and do a comment in the bottom. And some people have been doing a good job on this. Hey, welcome to the team. You know, welcome so-and-so. We're glad to have you here. But again, it's building that interaction. It's building that community. But I would encourage everyone as part of your daily method of operations. And Melanie, I was glad you shared this because I have been very distracted lately and I've been slacking off really, really bad. But in addition to that, if you guys can, try once a day just to go and make a comment on a post in one of our groups, in our CEO group, in our proactive health group, you know, and adding some value to that, because not only does that give you face time and face value in that group, it shows that you are a leader when you start adding prospects to that group. So you're going to just kind of build that all the way around. So again, and it makes our groups more valuable so that everybody's prospects see them. Because if the group's quiet, you're not going to see it. But if the group blows up and there's, you know, Melanie does a post or Angie does a post and immediately there's 10 comments on there, it's going to push it to the top of everybody's feed because it's saying, hey, this is important. Everybody in the group needs to see this. So we can all help drive that traffic too and support those people. So, and that's just comments, real good comments. Melanie, this was great. I appreciate this tonight so much. I can't begin to tell you.
Oh, good. I'm so glad because I was like, usually Ryan can work all the technical, and I'm like, well, nobody really wants me to do that. So, although I did make my own reel today using pictures and content that we already had out there, something from 2 years ago. I used my face from 2 years ago. I'm like, do I look that different? I hope I'm not that old now. I hope I haven't aged. But just to put something out there, and it's so important right now. The other thing that's important is to spotlight our other products because they're incredible, especially our collagen, because people can see those results so fast. I find myself getting a little discouraged at times with where we're at with the GLP-1. And I'm like, oh, just have it back in stock. I just want to be able to, oh, sorry, hold on. I'm sorry. I just want, you know, but there's so many other things we can focus on, and I'll just focus on the positivity. And that's where I just have had to, where I've just had to just kind of readjust myself, because when things get hard at home and then things are hard at work and things are hard at all these things, it's like, wait a minute, we got to do a reset. So I'm going to have to jump off. You guys can stay on and talk about whatever works for you here. I have to go pick up my daughter from the school, so she's not out in the dark parking lot. But anyhow, I will, when I get back, I'll double check on all those things, and then I'll put those things in the CEO. Michael, you're in the, Bruna I know is in it. Are you in the CEO messenger feed?
I'm in the CEO everything. I don't know if
Yeah, just our ongoing chat. I don't always, it goes on forever and ever and ever. Sometimes I can tune in and sometimes I can't, but I'll put it in there. And if not, I can message it to you separate too if it's not in there.
Thanks.
So anyhow, well, thank you for listening to me tonight.
And tag everyone when you drop it in the CEO Facebook group. Sorry, Quentin, stop. Tag at everyone and it'll make it notify everybody with the files. When you add it,
do you want me to put it in the Facebook group or in the messenger?
you can do both. I would put it in Facebook group because that's easier to find later.
Yeah, it is. Okay. And I think it's already, at least I can point everybody in there if it's already in the files, because we have so many good files in CEO from, you know, so we're not recreating everything, but I'm writing myself a note because as soon as I stand up from the chair, it's like my eraser. Anybody else, you get up from the chair and your mind like erases. So, all right. Well, anyhow, you guys can stay on the line here and talk about anything you need to talk about or share. And I thank you. And hopefully Ryan will be back in good shape next week. So talk soon.
Thanks. Well done.
Thank you.
I had a question regarding doing a reel in Instagram, and I hadn't done one in a while. So as I'm trying to do it, I try to look for in the last slide in the reel to place the link so people can go to that link, and that goes straight to my back office to order the product. And was it a glitch? But I couldn't do it. The link wouldn't show up in doing a reel. Is it that it's done differently?
I'm hearing from my expert over here. Can't do it on a reel.
You can do
You
it on
see?
Facebook, but not
On
Instagram.
Facebook, but not on Instagram reel
Thank you. Okay.
For now.
for now.
Yeah, for now, thank you. And thanks a lot, Bruna and Michael, for all your posts that I share with people here. And there's quite
I got some Spanish people coming on board, so I'm gonna need your assistance.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what's great? And it's in Spanish. We had the visit of Brandon Cunningham this last Sunday.
Right.
He did a presentation, and it was a half an hour presentation. The first slide, it was really, I'm just gonna go and open it to make sure that, I don't know if it was done by him, but what really caught my attention is that science was only mentioned when we got to how we started. What he started with, it was his story in regards to his passion is to move family forward.
Cool.
And that's how he focused on everything. And he says the only way that you can move forward is that these are the trends and the statistics, and what's holding you back. And there's a slide in regards to money, and there's a slide in regards to time.
Right.
And it was so fascinating. And then I got those slides in Spanish. I can send them to you.
Yeah.
If you want to take a look at it. And then I met with him, and I can share this with all of you, because I went up to him and I said, you know, my focus and my habits are changing now, because if to be successful in network marketing, it's not what works, it's what duplicates. And we're doing duplication here, right?
Sure.
And it has to duplicate in order for you to, you know, if you really want to have that freedom. And I saw him, how he approached a consultant, and he said to this consultant, okay, what's your freedom? What does your freedom look like in regards to a year annual income? And that person said $60,000. Okay, this consultant. And then Brandon said, okay, $60,000. Do you know that I think we've done this exercise? I'm just reminding all of you.
Yeah,
and he says, how long will it take you to have $1 million in the bank, and in a good deal that you're making 6%? That's what you're going to get in return.
Right.
And that really took him into the focus of how he would look at the business, look at the system that LiveVantage offers. So then he can focus exactly on those daily habits and focus on who he has to target. But how he started the conversation was with that. And again, if we start our conversation, we just focus on product, and that's how I've been focusing. So although I'm still posting on social media product, but most of the people that I approach in cold market, or that I'm reaching out that that they know me from my business background, it's going to start a business. I don't, I just talk about how's the business going, and go straight to in talking in regards to the future and what are the future trends. And
again, that's always been the $64 million question. All the elites, we used to have these conversations about lead with the business, lead with the product, blah, blah, blah. So listening to people like Seth's done it for years. Like when you listen to a lot of the new guys, like some of the new Pro 10s have never done network marketing in their life. So in Brandon's case, this is his first rodeo, but he's a business person. He's had multiple businesses. Okay. So when I saw, when we were in Punta Cana, I was really thanking Mr. Steve Fife because now he's merged both worlds, and not many notice that. I come from the business world. I was a realtor, but I had a consulting firm that I would help existing businesses do better. And I was usually dealing with their salespeople. So understand with the new Evolve plan, we are now able to target business to business, not just business to customers. Now, let me explain that. Everybody remembers the old comp plan, Unilevel 2, 5, and 9. Okay. Now, my wife and I had multiple businesses. I had 3 of them. She had 2 of them. I could always move my customers below strategically to maximize every customer's orders. But you had to know what you're doing in network marketing to do that. It was not easy. So most people were getting 2% when their customers reordered. They got 30 or 40 on the Smart Start bonus, right? But they got 2, maybe 5, maybe 9% if they're lucky. Now you can screw up and still get 10, right? But if the deal is now, and if you guys aren't focusing on this, I would make sure you dedicate yourself to getting to Diamond, because that's a whole new world. Because now you can compete with every other salesperson out there. That if by a show of hands, who goes to hairdressers? You guys go to hairdressers? Do they have a business? Have you had a tough time sharing this business with them? Traditionally, it's a tough deal. They're working 60-hour weeks trying to keep the doors open. Next time you go into their shop, take a look around and see how many products they sell. As the guy that used to sell them the product, they're making on average, after they do the transactions and sell that product off the shelf, they're making between 28 to 32%. You have the option now to offer them an ability to offer our products, which outdo anything they could possibly have. And in a very short time, they can be a diamond. Right? Oh, let's.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask to just remind Florence and anybody else who wants to do that. You know that link that you're talking about on Instagram? So you can't do a live link, but you could do a link tree. You familiar with the link tree that you can build so that you can have on your Instagram, you can have, instead of a website, you can have link. Look at my link tree, and then they can click on that. And then it's like a tree, and it has all the links to whichever direction you want to send them to, whether it's collagen or GLP-1.
It's in their Instagram profile.
It becomes part of your Instagram profile. Yes, it's called a link tree.
Right, cool. So, and again, and I used to listen to Brandon's and the Lynette's and all those people. Understand, the only ones that have actually done network marketing for that long is the Seth, the Tyler, the Mark Shinsados, all those guys. And you'll never know what they're leading with because they're spending time learning about the person. And they will respond whatever that person needs. They will build that relationship. But if you want to go out and get to Diamond, focus on helping businesses access their clients. I meet people every day, obviously, online. But today I made 10 phone calls to chiropractors, physiotherapists, okay, estheticians, salons. The heart clinic joined our company because of GLP-1. He just came back from a heart conference and they were discussing GLP-1. So when he looked at my usual post and he goes, whoa, hang on, you guys have GLP-1 now? Yes, I'm in. So he's signing up every one of his locations. He's got 5 locations in Canada, right? So that's what I think everybody, how many diamonds do we have on the screen here? Everybody get to diamond yet? Well done. That's the goal. Get to diamond, right? Perfect. Teach every one of your consultants to get to diamond. If all our consultants decided to go on vacation, doesn't change my income one iota, because I got so many customers. It would be nice if my consultants learned it, but I'm not worried about it. I'll go out and find the businesses. Every business you walk into that is dealing with customers, they would like to have product that they don't have to inventory, cost them nothing to join. Well, $50. In Canada, it's free, but you can join the business, have access to our products. You get a QR code with their website. So when your customers are getting their hair done and they look at this before and after picture of a body, they go, what is that? Well, I got collagen, I got GLP-1, I got everything you need. Well, how do I order it? You just put your phone over that barcode or the QR code, and it's on my website. That's how the businesses can start with zero inventory, and look at the profit margins. That's huge. Okay. Anyways, I guess somebody will stop the recording, and we got to jump on. I got another call to do at 6 my time. What time is it?
You were talking about the link in Instagram. I actually have my business card from Rapid Funnel in there.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's exactly. It's if you notice when you see Facebook Reels going, what do they call them? Reels?
The stories?
No, not the. Is that the stories that go on Facebook?
The top of the story.
Right. So in the stories, I can see the links. You click on this and you go to takes you somewhere.
Yeah, you can do it on Facebook, but you can't do it on
Right.
Instagram.
Right. So she's the expert. I'm the novice. She's the double, triple diamond. I'm just the diamond guy. So, but again, focus on helping every business that is in the health world get better. I think we did this. Didn't I go into Dominican Republic one time? And I checked, and I went into your island, Puerto Rico, and I just went on Google Maps and type in health store. Boom, and they all come up. Then you just phone or text or email, and you guys are all using AI, I assume, right? Like I just ask AI for, give me a beautiful post representing LifeVantage to attract the right chiropractors or whatever, and it just starts writing for me. It's brilliant. Okay, so great. So I gotta go. So anyways, hope to see you guys real soon.
Thank you, Michael. And thank you to all of you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.